Hello, some time ago I reviewed and told you about a really interesting device, Ace Max M5 wireless streamer. Small, cheap device that was able to add Wi-Fi streaming to many gadgets and expand your setup in really interesting ways. But it was pretty limited, slightly outdated, but still usable, of course. And today I want to tell you about the device with similar idea, but made on a much more modern level, offering tons of great features, and its name WiiM Mini. And even as you can see by logos on the box, it has many things and it can do many things. So basically it's a Wi-Fi streamer. In other words, it's a device that you can connect to power. It connects to your Wi-Fi network and you can stream media to this device. It works with AirPlay, Spotify Connect, Tidal, as you can see, Deezer, Tidal, Qobuz, and TuneIn Radio and many other streaming services. It supports Alexa. You can use it with Siri if it's connected to some Apple device. And it has not only analog but also a digital output. And what is interesting about AirPlay, it supports multi-room, so this device is really universal. Inside used the PCM digital to analog converter, and price is slightly higher. It costs about $100, but still for that set of features I think it's really affordable price. And actually let's have a closer look. Package is simple, white cardboard with device printed on it, and on different sides they put lot of logos and high-res audio support up to 24 bits and 192 kilohertz, but it's like theoretical limit for now, because for the digital output they downsample everything to regular red book, but they promise to add support of higher resolutions via firmware update. Works with Alexa, Apple Siri, multi-room, multi-channel, all music in one application, where you can get more information. So lot of information on the box. Inside here is WiiM itself, and you can see it's really heartwarming and touching. They even put some small rubber protective pillow on top of the device so it won't be damaged during transportation. So underneath you'll get short manual and the box with accessories set. And that's another really great thing that I really like. They put in the box all the cables you can just need. So you'll get USB type A to USB type C cable to power this device. You'll get regular 3.5mm to 3.5mm, 3.5mm to double RCA, and even optical Toslink cable, so you can connect this device to virtually everything that has support. And let's peel the protective film. Here it is. Looks pretty attractive in my opinion. So nice glossy top space with LED indicator here, plus minus buttons for volume control and play pause to navigate the playback. And on the back side here is small gap for microphone, optical digital out, type C for not for charging, to power to connect power supply here, auxiliary out and auxiliary in, so you can use it in slight different scenarios. But main ones is to connect it to some active speakers, to some digital to analog converter and use it. It supports also Bluetooth, but just SBC and AAC codecs if I remember right. But main power here of course is Wi-Fi connection. It supports Wi-Fi 5 GHz, and in this aspect it's really good. Connection quality is pretty nice. Of course no external antenna means not superb connectivity, but in general if Wi-Fi coverage is good, it will hold connection really reliably. And as you can see, it's nice, attractive, and pretty good in terms of usability. So let's see how it works. So let's see how it works in terms of software. I connected them both to the power, and one is already connected to my network, but I resetted second streamer to show you how you can connect it. And one of the simplest way for Apple users, you can just use HomeKit, then select Add Accessory, and under the More Options screen, you can see that WiiM with some random letters, it's the second device that is not set up. You can tap it and it will be connected to your network and added to HomeKit. But more flexible and more convenient way is to use WiiM application named WiiM. So as you can see, one is already here listed, second one we tap, it's searching for the device and it's found. And let's tap it, it's preparing and it's automatically connecting to my 5 GHz network, but actually for the first time it will ask you what network to use and what is the password. So it will take a few moments before it will proceed, and actually LED is blinking here. Wi-Fi signal strength isn't great here because I'm pretty far from the router, but still pretty workable. And it's checking for the upgrade, and you can select some name, preset one, or actually it's master room, let's name second one living room. Tap next, and no, I don't have Amazon, and no thanks. And another great feature that is present here, it's calibrated using the built-in microphone, and when the speaker is connected, calibrate the delay. Because it supports multi-room, it can has different delays in different rooms, so it plays signal and instantly measure it with built-in microphone of the device, and by that it's adjusting the delay so music will sound the same from the old devices. It's really important in the multi-room setup. Or you can change this manually, so I won't do that for now. As you can see, now both devices are here. You can adjust the volume. You can do it with tapping the buttons on top of device, and you can adjust it from here. You see that it's changing the sound. You can connect them simultaneously, so you can play synchronously. Let's actually play some music. You can add some presets, favorites. My music, it's music stored on the device, but actually my scenario that I like, it's using the tune-in radio to listen to some local radio stations, for example, Radio Rocks. So you press it and it will start the playback, and we can go to the device. And you can see that one device is playing, second one is not playing yet, but we can tap it and actually they will be synchronized. You can select the group volume, or you can change their volume separately. You can also change left, right, or both channels, so you can use multi-channel setup too. And actually, you know what surprised me here is that you can simply connect earphones to the auxiliary output, and actually it plays music pretty well. So just need to start something back, because after the selection master configuration it's stopped playback, but let's go and start playback simultaneously. Actually, earphones are pretty usable in this setup, so just a few seconds for you. Some advertising is playing actually on the radio, but to prove you that it's working and it's really convenient, so we can close this application. It will still continue working without the application. I really like that. Or we can disconnect it to use one of the devices, and second one will stop the playback. One is playing, second stopped. So here you can control it. And also there is a bunch of settings. You can rename it, look at the information, you can set up alarm clock if you want, some preset content, tweak basic equalizer with some presets if you want. Audio settings, it's auxiliary output level, 2 volt RMS or 1, and audio output auxiliary or SPDIF. So, and synchronization of audio, it's that feature that I already showed to you. Here additional settings for the application, or if you prefer AirPlay, it's also working. So when something is playing, we can select streaming, and we can stream to one of the devices or to both devices simultaneously. So AirPlay features are working flawlessly, and that's pretty nice. I like it here too. And as I've said, surprisingly, this scenario with connecting earphones to the device itself works also pretty nice. And actually volume adjusting limit is also pretty acceptable. You can use it as a Wi-Fi digital to analog converter. Not superb in terms of quality, but pretty clean and pretty nice. Of course, compared with some expensive desktop digital to analog converters, you're getting less dynamics, but still, well, it's pretty working. I just like if it would be nice if they could add USB digital to analog converter functionality here too, and it will be absolutely Swiss Army knife device. In terms of streaming digital content to digital to analog converter, comparing to the regular USB connection, actually I hear a slight reduction in the dynamics and also in the imaginary stage. Maybe it's because of SPDIF output of my digital to analog converter, I can't say. In order to check that, I probably need some device with SPDIF output, but I don't own one for now. Anyway, in terms of sound quality, it's really good for this price, so it's just that simple. And as you can see, lot of usage scenarios, like streaming music from everywhere to some active speakers to digital to analog converter to some other devices. And so let's probably summarize this part. Great device with tons of features and with a really reasonable price. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a nice day.